folks, and welcome to a brand new indie animated pilot. Today we're going to be watching the pilot animatic for Pretty Pretty Please, I Don't Want to Be a Magical Girl. An incredible title. I feel like I always make fun of manga, anime that I see. In the little bit that I do partake in both of those things, I typically tend to see suggested titles, and they all have insanely super long titles like, can you defeat my mom? Do you think you can defeat my mom and her multi-hit combo attacks? Or I got transported into a dungeon and the only way out is to eat 100 bowls of jello, or some nonsense like that. So Pretty Pretty Please, I Don't Want to Be a Magical Girl is a phenomenal title. I have seen this making the rounds. This is about 2 weeks old as I'm recording this reaction right here. I first heard about it. I think I saw it posted somewhere on social media like months ago when it was being worked on. And now that it's out, I was reminded of it by Dana Terrace posting about it. The creator of the Owl House seems to be a big fan of this. And a couple other reactors have done this as well. And it seems to be very, very well liked for what it is. So I'm doing my part both to, partake in the indie animated scene, as well as, for what it's worth for my small audience, sharing a little bit of visibility to it. So there will be a link to the description here. Please go give it a watch, give it a like, leave a comment on it. If you've already watched it, go give it another view. We'd love to support the indie projects here. I've heard that this is very, very fun. I'm certainly very intrigued by the title. Pulling it up, just a little bit of information. I don't know if there's a Kickstarter or anything. There's no info, at least on the in the description of the video. It's from Kiana Consmith, it looks like. Story about a girl named Aika, I think it's Aika, who, you guessed it, doesn't want to be a magical girl. So I will neglect to read the rest here, and I am, excited to watch here. So let's scooch over here. This thing is about 11 minutes long, and this is an animatic, so this will not be reflective of what the final animation will look like as far as... I don't know if they're going to do a full pilot with full animation, or if this is just the pilot and whatever we get in the future, hopefully more, seeing as how this seems to be well loved and, could always use more indie animation. We'll just see how it does. So here is that ready to go. And let's just get started watching this thing. Pretty Pretty Please, I Don't Want to Be a Magical Girl. That just a tiny little bit bigger. I think that's going to be fine. Starting up in 3, 2, 1, go.
Hi everyone, I'm Aika, a normal girl of average talent living in
absolutely average, right?
Life. I just moved to this quiet little town where nothing ever happens, and it's great. Man,
if only I had magical powers, I could run a little farther.
Okay, we're back. Here we go. I guess I'm just excited for my
School
first
McSchool
normal day of normal high school. It might sound boring to you, but to me, it's everything I've ever wanted, and I can't wait.
This is like one of those things, you know the trope of like, I just moved here. This is my first day at a new school. Just moved here from different city or all that. I'm escaping a life of trouble behind me, like being a bully or being bullied, some kind of trauma, some kind of incident happened. It's like, oh no, the magical girl thing. We don't like talking about it. Hopefully it never happens again, right? We'll see. I just couldn't get that trope out of my head just for that first little bit. Also, I like the kind of Hanna-Barbera Scooby-Doo kind of style background scrolling of like all the houses kind of look the same. Yes, I know it's animatic, but sometimes homages like that or what may seem like cheap animation or something like is a fun little thing to do. I certainly, if I was making some kind of an animated project, would include as many references, homages to classical stuff as I could, like even if it's something like looping backgrounds, right?
You good? You're kind of standing in the doorway.
Right, go ahead. My apologies.
It's chill, thanks.
Actually, if you have a second, I'm new here. Think you could show me the way to my first class?
Looks like we're in the same first period. You can follow me if you want.
Look, haven't even made it in the door yet and already made a friend.
Can't wait for our first time.
Better than I did my first day of middle school. Or whatever. Is this high school or middle school?
And first ever pop quiz done.
Yo, a pop quiz on day 1? That's kind of nuts.
Kill me.
Oh, looks like no one else is done yet. too am still working.
Yo, I was always a super fast test taker.
Hey, miss! Can I please go to the bathroom, please?
What? Oh, sorry.
Yo, Amity grew up to
gotta
be a
finish
public
a
school
quiz
teacher.
before leaving the classroom.
Thanks, miss. See you tomorrow.
But
You're doing great work. I love you.
I needed that today. Well, I'll let it slide. Looks like she finished after all.
Oh my
And
god, she got
with a
100.
perfect score?
There we go.
Phew. Guess I'll hide out here for a while.
Hi. You are an angel, aren't you? I see the 6 wings, a halo.
Oh, no!
Slightly biblically accurate, but looking like the legendary Starfy.
God, you're dramatic. A box, Ica? Really? You put me in a dark, dark little magic box?
Hey.
I'm lucky someone would... Hi.
Hi. Thanks for the resub. I didn't mention it on the front end, but I am streaming this live, so come follow me on Twitch. Whenever there's indie animated stuff out, we like to watch it. Hey, thanks for the resub, Taxonomic. I appreciate it. I guess that's going to make the final cut of the video, it seems. Though that little subscription thing does tend to get very annoyed by copyright, so we will see.
With hands, open it up!
I knew you'd be found. Eventually. I just needed you off my back, Hoshi.
It's my job to be on your back, and it's your job to...
Unless it's a minimum wage cashier job, I should not be working. I'm 15. Whatever needs to be done
Okay.
can be handled
Age
by
drop.
the others back
So this is
home.
high school then.
Sorry for putting you in a box, but
Also, first day of new school. It is like I said, because 15 is your age typically when you're a sophomore, right? I think you're 13 turning 14, or no, you're 14 turning 15 as a freshman. So I guess theoretically she could be a freshman, but 15 for most people, I believe, should be sophomore level. So I would assume also just moving to a new school from an old city, right? Just like I said before.
need this. Please go. And try not to be seen.
Fine. At least take this. Just in case.
Never know when you're gonna need to have a magical
Don't
girl
make me need me.
transformation. Oh.
What? What was that?
Oh, it just passed right
Don't
through.
worry about it.
I think my kidneys are backwards.
Oh. Oh.
Bruh, some kid got a perfect score on the quiz. The curve is fucked.
Ooh,
Yo. I was that curve wrecker, I feel like, in a lot of
thanks for helping
classes.
me earlier. Can I sit here?
I do have a story from college to tell about that.
Is that a no?
Me? You're asking me?
Yeah, but it's cool.
So she does have
I,
eyes.
Sat down before I asked, and now it's weird. You know, I'll just go.
No. You can stay. I'm just not used to people talking to me, is all. You see, I'm kind of a loser.
Oh no, not the anime glasses push.
Whoa, okay. I already said it. No need to rub it in.
Yo, hold on. You couldn't tell she was a loser when all you could see with her glasses and it took this long to actually see her eyes? That's like, come on, that's number one like trope for like loser nerd characters is the glasses with no eyes visible.
Being a loser's
Get it together,
awesome.
Ica.
No one bothers you or expects anything from you, and you're free to do whatever you want. You got nowhere to go but up.
That's a fun spin on it, I guess. You've got a way with words.
I'm Ica, normal girl of average talent and zero secrets.
And no magic
I'm
whatsoever.
Zira, also a normal girl of average talent. I got a couple secrets.
I won't press
Who
any
doesn't, to
further.
be honest?
Nice to meet you, friend.
See, just like I said, haven't even walked in the door yet, making a friend already. Just a little bit of a delayed friend.
So, what book you got there?
It's just one of my favorite mangas, Moon Sailor. I know
Legally distinct from Sailor Moon. Nice.
it's kind of childish sometimes, but it has cool lessons about friendship and being a hero. And you know what? You can just hit me with your car if you wanted to.
No. The
Put me out of my
manga is
misery.
nothing wrong. It's just the genre. Is this normal
Star Guardian, guardian of the stars.
Oh, very self-explanatory. Oh, he does look like Tuxedo Mask a little bit.
Let me just...
Hey, leave our school alone. This is really dangerous, you know.
Zira!
Who even are you?
Are you talking to me? Oh, I'm sorry. I could barely hear you. You're so small and insignificant. But if you must know my
And definitely am not about to have a magical girl.
Servant of darkness.
Hold on, what was it?
You must know my name. It's Eclipse. Servant of
Eclipse.
darkness.
Zira! if
Makes
you
sense
want
with the
him,
moon and the
go
little
away. Come
other
on.
moon in it.
Oh,
The
and
darker
might
moon.
you be.
Shove it, Moon Man! Let's get out of here.
A moon man? How dare you, worm? I said my name is Eclipse, servant of darkness. I will smite you.
It's gonna kick in when the smiting happens,
Don't
huh?
test me. I will. I'm doing it right now.
I'm waiting.
Don't hurt my friend.
The first one she's ever made, probably, right?
No choice now.
All right, let's see the transformation. Nice. Ooh, I love the Star Rod. Very Kirby
Ah,
feeling.
There you are, Star Guardian, guardian of the stars. I knew you were here.
Star Guardian? Gasp! Are you?
A magical girl? Yes, she is.
I love that
And
that
not
is the
only
name
that,
for them
she's my arch
in this
nemesis.
world.
And also,
Double gasp! Magical love interest?
Ew!
haha,
No!
yes.
Gosh, threw up in my mouth a little. Man, you know what? Let me just get this over with.
Triple gasp! Are you about to
Honestly,
do
it
a
would be
magical
really
love
funny.
transformation?
Okay, I was about to say.
Fine.
I was about to say it would be really funny if she just didn't have a transformation and all it was the wand and the star on the forehead. That's it. Sure enough, she just like in a second, just there it is. There's her outfit, which I kind of love that. Like as I've been watching She-Ra, like they haven't done as much in the recent episodes, but especially in the first like 5 or 6 or something, it was always like have to go through the whole thing of her with the sword and like turning into She-Ra and everything. Even one episode, like she was doing it and stuff, and it cut back to another character who was in some kind of peril, who was like, hurry up. And it was, you know, a nice little take on that. But like I said, in the recent episodes, the more kind of serious ones, they've completely done away with the transformation. So in a series like this, I kind of love the fact that there just isn't one. Though, hey, who's to say as it goes on, the star thing might, I forgot what the star thing was called. The little angel star thing that talked to her earlier. Nah, don't remember. It would be funny if it's like, I can sense that you're not taking your duties seriously. So here, have this. I've cursed you to have a big 30-second long transformation every time. Enjoy.
Hey, let's do it!
Yes, I knew you.
Oh, there you are.
I forget what comes after triple gasp gasp! Magical mascot!
I consider myself more of a magical friend, but whatever. It's time to
Hey,
wish upon
hey.
a star. I
Zara was her friend
Yeah,
first.
I wish, you know what I want.
Good enough.
Oh?
Is that a lead pipe?
Yep.
I don't understand. What's a lead pipe gonna do?
I do like that we get... Oh,
You don't have like a magical star beam or
nice.
blast or something?
Nope.
Yeah, I guess I do.
Lead pipe.
Like, what even is a star beam, you know? Now a lead pipe to the shins? That's just reliable, baby.
Yeah.
This isn't over.
Can't argue with that.
I'll be
Oh,
back, Star
God.
Guardian, guardian of the stars. As soon as my bones heal.
I love that he has to say the full thing every time. Star Guardian, Guardian of the
He's never
Stars.
been able to use magic before.
Aika, you were amazing. That was just like Moon Sailor, except not at all. And you're a black magical girl? I know that's right.
Her methods are unique, but she's the best of the best. Can you believe she ran away from it all?
Hey, give me a lead pipe and I could beat the shit out of somebody's shins. That ain't magic. I could do that. I could be a magical girl if I wanted. Damn it.
Still mad about that, by the way.
Ran away? Why?
Well, truth be told,
Because this
I
sucks
don't wanna be a
ass.
magical girl.
Oh man.
Yay, it's time for class!
Oh, she gets a magical girl D transformation. That's fucking awesome. No, I love that actually.
Wow, that seems like an effective way to change clothes. Can you teach me how to do that?
Nope.
Yeah, no. Stupid. I shouldn't.
So never mind what I was talking about earlier then. That was awesome.
Yeah, about that. I have to kill you now.
What?
I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Can't kill my only friend.
Scared me.
See what I have to deal with?
Wait, that Eclipse guy knows where you are now. Think he'll be back?
Probably, but as you saw, he's not much of a threat.
Yeah, how long does it take Bones to heal? He'll be back in like 4 to 6 weeks, something like that.
I'm back, milady.
Well, that went poorly, didn't it? You hardly used the powers I gave you.
Okay.
I suppose I got caught up in the moment, but I found her. That's good, right? Please, I need this.
I don't have much
That's
else going
fine
on in my
stuff.
life.
All that matters is that we finish it.
Okay. Love me a good little stinger at the end. We are gonna let's keep the credits going for this. I don't think I'm familiar with any of the voice actors in here. Hoshi was the name. That's right. Also, I love this sleepy little Hoshi there on the ground. I love the halo can be taken off. I guess Lady Devoid was the villain we saw at the end. I love the vibe of this song too. Oh, it's Toon Boom. Okay. That's how they did it. Okay, look in here. It doesn't look like there's anything. Oh, there's a logo at the end, so we'll wait for that. Let's scooch back over here while this finishes. Oh, the ending song is just called Ending Song. Love to see it. Oh, I like that. Okay, that was the pilot for Pretty Pretty Please, I Don't Want to Be a Magical Girl. I liked it. It was fun. I will say, compared to some of the other pilots for stuff that I've watched, I feel like a lot of them take a lot of effort to try to like put in jokes like snappy, like back to back to back to back. And this one didn't do that. This one was a lot more chill. Granted, like I said, animatic, so it was very limited in the animation. So, any visual gags might not have been there unless they were, specifically thought of to put in there. But I love the premise. Like I said, it's very, very fun. It's done well. Like I said, my favorite thing was the fact that she had a D transformation sequence, that's just fun as hell. I love that. And it did that thing that I love where a first episode or a pilot or whatever you want to call it has like a hook at the end to really get you wanting more. I always talk about Amphibia having what I think is my favorite hook of all time, where first 2 episodes that make up the first full episode like set up kind of the world and everything. This was kind of the length of like a half segment of like a 23-minute episode of a TV show. So that's interesting. That's beside the point though. But you have the first 2 segments of Amphibia, and it sets up the world, sets up the characters, the idea of the show, everything, and then it cuts to something completely different, and it shows you a different part of the world, a different character, and it just kind of like lets you sit there. That's how it ends, like saying like, "Ooh, I want to find out about that," and that, to me, I think is one of the best hooks I've ever seen in a show. So this definitely, I know there's a lot of shows that do their best to do that, especially in the kind of anime genre. You get your first episode and then show, like I said, something completely different. And here we got the villain with Lady, not Lady Eclipse. Eclipse was the other guy. Lady Devoid. Great name, by the way. Kind of, they found her. They're going to go after her, all this kind of stuff. It's fun. I like it. It's just not this Eclipse guy, it seems. There's multiple villains. And, hey, if we can get some kind of irreverent, like almost Powerpuff Girls style kind of thing, where it's like a villain of the week kind of thing, and like the guy, you say Eclipse comes back and he's wearing shin guards this time. He's like, I went to Academy and I bought some soccer shin guards. You can't hit me in the shins with a lead pipe. She just like hits him across the head with it or something this time. He's like, I didn't even think to protect my head. Curse you. Star Guardian, Guardian of the Stars. Anyway, that's a free idea that you can do. Granted, you probably, when you're making a show like that, you probably don't want to like rely on kind of the same joke twice. So I have faith that, you know, they have a lot of ideas on how to make this fun and not just like the same thing every time, because that would get old pretty fast. Yeah, I have hope for this. I would love to see more. So, hey, if you're watching this, let me know what you thought. Please, once again, go support the original. And thank you for watching. I will be back with more indie animated stuff as it crosses my path. Let me know if there's other stuff out there I haven't reacted to that you'd like to see me watch. And all that being said, thanks for watching. Take it easy, everybody.